Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got two replays in the German Tier 7 heavy tank, the Tiger 131. Now it's obviously one version of many different Tigers we've got in this game. I mean, how many have we got now? We've got quite a lot. We've got the Citadel, the heavy tank number 6, Tiger 217, the T6100, the Hammer, this, the standard Tech Tree Tiger, the Tiger P. There's a lot of Tigers in this game. But this is the best. This is most definitely the best. Now, it's quite old now, to be fair, because it came out, what, 3-4 years ago? And it was crazy back then. And it's definitely still crazy. And why is that? Well, because the reload, number 1, you can get this to about 4.05. I think it's 4.35 here, but I don't think I've got the best crew in it. And I've not got a setup that I think I run on my other one. I don't know if I don't think I run vents on with this setup I've got now. If you run vents, you get it lower, or it could be 4.35. I can't quite remember. But yeah, this reload is mental, right? It's mental reload. The pen's alright in the standard. If you fire Prem, then the pen's perfectly fine. It's absolutely fantastic. And it's got Pref. So, it can't see tier 9s, which is great. You're a Tiger that can't see tier 9s, that's brilliant, because that means tier 9s won't completely wreck you. I mean, pretty much everything can pen you. So, not seeing tier 9s and losing those big slabs of hit points is great. Do it. Oh no, we're not going to talk about that fail at all. Yeah. So, this tank is just nuts. So you can't see tier 9, you've got a great pen, you've got absolutely insane DPM. As long as you hit your shots, that you've got to pen the shots, right? And what was I saying about things getting penned? Well, yeah, it didn't really matter. This guy is fluffing up about as much as me. I mean, what am I doing? How am I not penning this guy? We're point blank, sir. He's not penning me either. I don't know how to explain that last segment there. I don't know how to explain that last little sequence of play. It happened. We shall never speak of this again. You didn't see anything, YouTube. Nothing. Nope. Didn't happen. So yeah, it's a crazy tank. One of my first videos on the channel that I did a long time ago, back when I had a different name. I even had a different game tag back then. I had a different name for the channel because I think the name I gave it was the name I had on my PC account for a little bit. And, I decided, what I'm going to do? I'm going to try and record my games and make videos. So I decided on it, on original name, QWERTY. But then, not long after I started doing it, my old laptop bust, and I just stopped recording and stopped making YouTube videos. So I only made about 5 or 6. I'll probably link it in the description down below. And you'll see one of the easiest pools medals I'll ever have in this game. And that's because it put me in God tier matchmaking, where I was the only tier 7 on my team, and they had 1, which was a Comet. And I just wrecked my way through the team. Like, there was pretty much nothing they could do. I was fighting puppies in, like, OI experimentals and ARLs that were firing HE out of stock guns. They're not doing any damage. And honestly, it showed what this tank can do when it gets, like, mental matchmaking. But even when it's not got mental matchmaking, this tank is still amazing. You just rip through teams so quickly. Just because the gun handling's quite nice, the DPM's nice, and you're not exactly slow. Like, the Hammer is quite a slow version of the Tiger. I think the Hammer's pretty much got what the engine nerf that the Hammer got compared to the Tiger 1 was actually what PC gave theirs. Because our Tiger 1 is quite mobile, which is, quite weird. Because obviously the German heavy tanks on PC got engine nerfs because they were a bit too mobile for heavy tanks, so they were like, we'll change them. Whereas ours never received it, so ours is still quite mobile. Like, Tiger 2 is still mobile. And this one is also pretty damn mobile for a Tiger tank, pretty much. So we get a shot into the back of that defender, which is nice. We finish him off. We're up to 4.1k damage, and there's one tank left, and it's an SU-130 PM. Now I know that he was over on the 8 line, so I'm kind of wondering what's happening right now. And I'm like, okay, I think he's on the 8 line. We're going to go up the 8 line and go find him, and hopefully shut him down. Wait, what, no, oh. Yep, that happened. He killed me. But I mean, that was a nice game on Abbey for this tank. In, you know, not great matchmaking for it. I mean, it was the worst matchmaking we could have seen with tier 8s and stuff like that. But it shows what this tank can do. It's a very good tank. Like I said, it's one of the very, very good looking tanks in this game, because the Tiger 1 in itself is an amazing looking tank. Like, it's impressive to look at. I've seen it at Tank Museum in Bovington, and obviously it's pretty much what this was modelled on the Fury movie version of it. And it looks incredible. Now, the last game could have actually been better, but you saw me potato so many shots. Like that STG, I have no idea what was happening. I wanted to jump on him, and then failed at that. And then really close quarters, somehow managed to miss quite a few shots at him, which, you know, is a bit annoying, but it was still a nice game for the tank, and you just think what it could have shown, you know, what it showed what the tank can do, generally. So now we're on steps, and we're going to the heavy tank corner, because it's really good matchmaking. There's only like 3 or 4 tanks at tier 7 on the enemy team. Now, my pools medal get video is on this very same map, and we do exactly what we're doing here, except for that map we did just end up against a lot of tier 5s and absolutely bully them, which, yeah, it was pretty cruel, but at the same time pretty damn good. And it led to a, you know, a pretty damn good game at the end of it, a pretty nice result, and it was only a first class on a pools medal, which is always mental. It's always mental to think about. Now, what we're doing is pushing the tempo on this flank, because we came here and our mediums hit H1. Well, they spotted absolutely no one bar this KV-85. Now, he's got the big gun, that hurts. Tiger 131 also hurts because he fires very quick, like me. He decides to charge in and ram me. I damage his ammo rack, luckily, with that shot. We don't have to aim to pen the Tiger 131. But look at the DPM, because he had a damaged ammo rack. We fired 3 times for his possible 1. We probably killed something else in there, because I'm pretty sure he should have at least fired once for our 2 or 3 then. Now, unfortunately, we get slapped by the KV-85, but he's got like a 13-second reload. We do actually get to fire 3 times for every shot he'll fire. It's something like a 12.5-second reload with the best reload he can get, with a good crew, food, rammer, you know. So, and not many people have that in a KV-85, so it was, you know, pretty good guess that we were going to get away with doing that. That was some good RNG there on that guy. It flew in. That was some, I was going to say bad RNG, but we weren't exactly aimed, so I can't call it bad RNG. But now we are aiming. We're just going to rip this guy to absolute shreds. I mean, we're unspotted right now, and just look how fast this guy is dying. I expected him to die then with the fire, and then RNG just says, lol. You wanted to hit that shot? Well, nah, mate, sorry. And it missed, and we didn't get to kill him. But then we get shot on the Hellcat, and there's only 5 tanks left, and they're all over here, so we're just going to keep charging onto them. And this is what you want to do when you're on steps. You don't want to dally on that heavy tank corner. Once you've killed them, you want to push. But it's depends on what's left as well, to be fair. Because if they've got TDs left, they can sit at like, what, H8, H9 and shoot across. So sometimes pushing across where I am now is not the best course of action, because you'll get wrecked by all those, where those bushes are over there in the distance. They will be able to shoot you without you spotting them, and then you'll lose most of your health. Obviously, like now, I'm on 332 hit points. I would die pretty quickly. But there's only 3 tanks left, so I know it's safe to do this, progress across the middle of the opener where the cap is. But I've had it before when I've tried to do this, and I have got wrecked quite easily. So that normally I would probably tuck in closer to the ridge line at H7, H8, or G8, sorry. And possibly go from the other side over, you know. As we wreck that Absolution, which... wrecking Absolutions is always fun, isn't it? It's always a good thing to get rid of Absolutions. You always feel incredibly happy. And I didn't realise that replay then was actually from pre-5.0. Just how long... it always catches me out how long it takes to finish the game. But hey, well. So we finished that game with a high caliber, ace tanker, sniper medal, 3.7k damage, 1900 base. And again, another nice game for the Tiger 131 showing what it's capable of. And it's an absolute animal. But as always, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you next time.